Happy New Year, everyone, on New Year's week. Today, let's get a bit serious. I haven't been able to get a chance to get the first E1 of Vexy I've been using lately, then I forgot about the rest. It wasn't until mid-December that I remembered, then I made a mouse, and my expectations for this mouse are quite high. But in practice, I think his distance is useful. These two characters are still quite far from my perspective. Let me start with a few which I personally don't particularly like. This means that for me personally, it does not represent all users. One is the position of the side buttons, which I think is a bit high. I'm 18.5 centimeters tall and like to grab my paw, whether I catch you or just lie down on me. The side buttons on EE are basically out of reach, because of the guidance slot on the left side. The angle of tilting inward is especially extreme. So I want my thumb to rest comfortably. Basically, you can only push at the very bottom. Even if I put it in the middle, even as you use it, you will unconsciously move downward. If you want to move while pressing the side button, that's basically impossible, pressing the side button. Otherwise, you're destined to lose a sense of locking in your thumb. If you want that locking feel, you're destined to miss the side buttons. I just can't pull it off. The second point is the middle key. The pressure of the middle button is simply amazing. I've never pressed such a heavy middle button to tap the micro switch. Although the middle click feature is probably used less by most people, but you can't avoid it, so you use it occasionally. If you frequently press the middle button, I think this mouse just can't be installed. The first 2 points aren't really big problems, but this last point definitely deducts a lot of points for the experience. Just the one on the right, the waist tuck slot, the guide slot on the right side is especially small. You could say it's very tight. If you're like me, with your ring finger and pinky both bent and positioned, basically you have to put them together to create a stronger sense of lockdown. If you put your ring finger a bit forward, you need this area. The grip is very special with a special touch. I switched to a lying face grip style. The more comfortable the ring finger and pinky finger are, the more comfortable the front is actually the same. Of course, the button cover on the right side is made quite low. So when moving, my pinky is basically scraping against the mouse pad to move. Anyway, I use my ring finger and pinky. To this day, no suitable placement has been found. Having said that, since I'm not a big fan, let's talk about this mold. EE's color scheme is quite appealing. The new year is approaching. His bright red is quite highly saturated. It was very festive. The mold length is 120 millimeters, width at the waist is 57 centimeters, and the widest point at the tail is 66 centimeters with the highest point. 42.3. How to describe this mold? I think except for the right guide slot and the R corner, everything else is done quite well. The rear armor is made very well this time. When the palm is close to the back, it is also quite full. In practice, when holding the stomach, the force on the palm of both large and small fish is very balanced. When grabbing, the big fish should still hold a slightly open palm. Supports below G are slightly stronger. The detachable button cover is quite ordinary. Poor control of sway. And when he picked it up, he made a noticeable sound. The key shovel is relatively short, so the trigger rebound is very fast. I'm actually using this micro switch pretty well. Sound. The crisp rebound is also quite responsive. The side buttons have a very soft tactile touch. Provides a sense of feedback. I don't really like the position and feel of the small side buttons. The agent has already complained before, so let's take a quick look. The bottom of the E1 is still as serious as ever with dual buttons. 4-level DPI adjustment and 4K polling rate for serious esports. I'm already very satisfied with 4K. It's this 4-level DPI adjustment. I think there's no need to complain too much. I wonder if Worksy plans to launch a WebDriver in 2025? In actual use, EE's firmware is indeed quite impressive. It really feels very comfortable to use. I haven't encountered any minor issues like losing needles or breaking the chain. It's just one battery level. I don't know if it's my problem or the receiver's problem. I was clearly fully charged. But I use it for about half a day each time. It ran a red light and told me to charge. I don't think it would drain battery so quickly. I think this is a significant change for Vexy, but it still felt quite short of what I had hoped for. I wonder if the 2025 Vexy will come up with some new twists. While serious, remember to bring your website with you to launch. That's all for this video. If you like it, please like, comment, and follow for Happy New Year. See you next time.